Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And after the dumpster fire that was last episode, I've taken some time to rest and relax. I'm refreshed, and I'm ready to get back into this. But things are going to be a little bit different between now and the point where we finally track down the Construct Master. Because we cannot keep doing 1.5 hour episodes. It's way too long for the viewer. It's hard on my throat. I think I can go about an hour max before my voice starts to give way. And in general, right, it's just not... like, we tried it. We hoped against hope that the... Construct Master would show up before episode 500. Would have been a great milestone to hit, as the series hit a milestone as well. It didn't happen. You know what? Sometimes that happens. You know, with RNG related achievements, like let's say I was doing a Diablo 2 series, and the goal I set was I want to create Enigma by a certain amount of time. Well, sometimes you could go days or weeks without having a Jar rune or a Burr rune drop. You know, like, it happens. But then, you also have to adapt, right? We cannot keep doing an hour-and-a-half episode where nothing is happening, and the only source of excitement is that maybe this one rare encounter will happen, right? Because I'm recording this pre-update, right? You know, when the update hits, right, when it goes live, lots of things are going to be added. But for now, like, literally, the Construct Master, tracking him down is the only non-grindy thing for us to do. Other than that, it's just really, really long grinds, right? Things like, you know, defend 100,000 times, or break 100,000 objects in realms, that kind of thing. So, with that in mind, we're gonna do a mini episode today where I'm gonna be taking a few cracks at the Construct Master, or like taking a few cracks at the False Gods, and the Construct Master hopefully will show up during that. If not, then I'll just show you the other highlights, which is the Anointments you get from the False Gods, and if any other interesting thing happens. I feel like there isn't much in the game that we haven't seen, but if something does show up, I'll show you that as well. And yeah, that's just what we'll do. I will kill 3 false gods, like I've been doing in the last few videos, and I'll be able to do that much more quickly because I'm not commentating and I don't have to pause and talk about things. So that should be doable. And I've budgeted an hour-and-a-half. For myself. It shouldn't take an hour-and-a-half. It should take a lot less than that, hopefully. Regardless, if anything interesting does happen, you will find out about that very shortly, alright? I'll see you in a bit. Alright, here's our first False God fight coming up against Lloyd Prime, I think. And let me show you the bounties we got. We got a bonus of 220, immune to spell damage, immune to attack damage, cannot take more than 10%, and afflicts 3 debuffs at the start of battle. The 3 debuffs at the start of battle could end up being bad if, you know, we end up losing our turns or we get silenced or something like that. But hopefully it won't be that bad. Also, the realm item bonus is 363%. I did get a chance to do 400 earlier, but I didn't because it had extra traits. Then, while I was rolling, I got a second 400, which did look good, but unfortunately, my thumb was a little bit too quick for my brain, and I, you know, re-rolled before I had a chance to, you know, stop myself And I felt pretty bad about that. I was so angry that I kept rolling and then I missed out on like a 370 and then a 360 and then a 359 all within the space of like 20 seconds. So, like even playing off camera, even playing by myself in the very first, just rolling for the bonuses in the very first fight, I was already starting to spiral a little bit. So it was not the most auspicious way to start, but you know what? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. He's got the 10% cap, but we've got the infinite mimic loop. And I think we're done. Yeah. Good. GG. Lloyd Prime. GG. Alright. So we'll take that. And again, the key with this party for false gods is don't put them at the top of the timeline. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Alright. Minions or unstable horror. I mean, unstable horror could be good for other builds. It's just not. It's just not good for us. Ridelings, I think, could be good because they can stack debuffs on your enemies. You know what? Let's take this. 4 horsemen. This seems like it could be a fun situation. And our heaping treasure gives us a whole lot of totally useless nether stones. So I'm just gonna screenshot this pretty quickly. And having shown you that, I think, ooh, 7,500 reputation is pretty good. The goblet is full, but no need to hand it in right now. Another useless nether stone, but yeah, excuse me, having shown you that, ooh, yeah, we've got a paladin achievement as well. Having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off, and I will see you either for the next false god fight or for the next highlight. Either way, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so this time I set a bounty against Caliban, just for fun really, no reason, no specific reason I had to fight him, but you know, hadn't fought him for a while. And let's take a look at our runes. He has, he's immune to attack and spell damage. He gains 3 buffs, and again I gave him the damage cap, but because he's not at the top of the timeline, I think we should still be fine. And the realm item bonus is 360. So let's see if I'm correct about this. He's got a lot of buffs, but I don't think his buffs are gonna really do very much for him. Okay, this could be a bit of a long fight because he's gonna resurrect 3 times. But when he resurrects, I don't think he's gonna come back with full health. I don't believe so. We'll find out. The realm isn't giving him extra resurrections. I don't think so. So he's resurrected once. How much health did that give him? I hope it didn't resurrect him with full health, because I think it resurrected him with full health. That's stupid. That is dumb. That is dumb. That is extremely dumb. Where does it say how many resurrections he has? Because it's not listed on any of his body parts. Okay. This is this fight I think could do with a bit of tweaking, because it's again a lot longer than it needs to be. Again, I've made it longer than it needs to be for myself, by giving him the 10% damage cap. But even without that, like, resurrecting 3 times with full health every time is not a... I mean, I guess it's a false god fight. Hey, we got a decoration from that? Boss Caliban statue. Oh, I tried to leave without getting my anointment. I'm glad the game stops you, because otherwise that would have been a horrible mistake to make. We got a decoration. We're gonna have to go back home and take a look at that. Okay, so more demonologist synergies, or we could get faint, or we could get prey. Disarmed synergies, maybe. Tools of the trade. Trick slots are more powerful. Critical hits, maybe. You know what? Let's get Void Shift. Could be a fun thing to do. And we get 6,000 reputation. All right, 6,600 reputation. It's not too bad. Let's go home and take a look at this decoration that we just unlocked. It's called Boss Caliban Statue. That's... I thought there were no more decorations left to find. Because we fought all of the false gods so many times. So to see this, we have to go into decoration mode. And... it's a statue. Boss Caliban statue is actually kind of badass. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna replace these Pandemonium Shrines with the Boss Caliban statue. Because I think it looks pretty badass. And we've got some other fun ones. But I think I just want like 2 of these. I would put them, I think, like one here. One here is a pretty good. Yeah. There we go. Our I mean, the Pandemonium Shrine statues look pretty cool as well, but they are just like a realm object that you can find. This is a reward that we got, a unique reward. So I think it feels a bit better to have those there. Anyway, having shown you all of that, I'm gonna go back off, and I'll show you the next highlight in just a few moments. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, here's a fun highlight. We're about to get another skin. Looks like we've been getting Follower of Meraxus, but I think I clicked off too quickly. Follower of Meraxus. I didn't even get a chance to see what race it is, but luckily we can search through them by alphabetical order. That is a Uralos skin. And now we can go back, and we can see that this is our 3rd Uralos skin. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think out of these 3, Gunslinger is still my favorite, but you know what? We got another one of the follower skins. You know what? Let's go back to alphabetical order, and let's see, have we found all of the follower skins? No, not even close, because there are 30 gods. And I can already tell this isn't 30. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have about... assuming every single god has one, and I have no reason to doubt that. Got quite a few of those left to get. That's another objective we can set for ourselves later, but for now... we're gonna stick to the one and only objective that's on my mind, which is trying to hunt down the Construct Master. And he's not in this realm because I already killed the master. So I'll be back to show you the next thing I have to show you in just a few moments. Okay, we are about to have our third and final false god fight. This was a pretty annoying realm. Enemies were fused with grimoires, which meant they were casting a whole bunch of spells. They were copying our spell gems, which meant they were frequently snaring us and doing other stupid stuff. And occasionally they were resurrecting their own people, which shouldn't really be working because we have burned their corpses and the other anointment that should mean that they're always on fire. Something was weird with this realm. It seemed like the combination of things was causing the game to glitch out because I cannot think of a valid reason why enemies should be resurrecting. We know false gods resurrect, but like even when they shouldn't, because there seems to be like an unspoken exception for them. But for regular enemies, that should not be the case. All right. So we didn't give him the damage cap. I guess I should have showed you the runes that I picked up for him. I had a chance to put him at the top of the timeline, resisted the urge, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So didn't do that. Missed out on about like 25%, but an extra 25% loot bonus isn't worth the potential irritation of having to redo this entire floor if you end up getting killed. Also, we're fighting Mindworm just because, I hadn't fought him for a while, and he might have some interesting things to give us. Should we take Losing Touch? I feel like we've already got better versions of whatever this gives us. Buffs and minions persist through death could be an interesting thing because I don't know if there's any other anointment that does both of these in one go, so let's just take that. And we get another 6,000 rep. Okay, so needless to say, we did not find the Construct Master. But the search is going to continue. Like, I'm going to record these episodes in bulk, so there could be a lot of them. I'm going to keep recording them until either I find the Construct Master or the patch comes out. And if the patch does come out, then instead of just putting in a backlog of episodes, I'll scrap them, or I'll have like one long supercut highlights episode. But from now until the patch comes out, this is all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hunting for the Construct Master, right? And with that, I don't know why I'm still in this realm. Should have left, honestly, when I was right by the exit. Let's let these treasure golems live, even though they could give us some good stuff. I'm not. This isn't a good party for fighting treasure golems. So we're just gonna head back home. No reason to hand in the Goblet of Trials. We don't have to do that for this Rune of Prophecies. We do have arena combat, which I'm not gonna do because it's also not very time efficient. So this might be a pretty bad Rune of Prophecies because I'm not gonna be doing 2 raid missions. Who knows how long, this other stuff is going to take to find. 4 nether realms, that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, anyway. Let's set a new bounty. Take a look at some of the little achievements we got here and there, and then we can go, hey look, we're above 60% for the Nature Guild bonuses. Getting up there, but I'm gonna set another bounty. This time, You know what? Yeah, we haven't seen Nebodar in a while. Let's talk to old Nebby. And let's see, what achievements did we get? We only got an achievement for the Paladin. I think we saw that on screen, and then off screen I think I got the Dream Shade 9, a competent Dream Shade 9. So we're pretty close to finishing the Dream Shade realm quests and getting the third and final Dream Shade skin. When that happens, that'll be fun. That's gonna happen in the next episode. For now, though, it's time to bring this mini episode to a close. Actually, no, let's look at some of the other achievement progress we made. We're at 67,000 defense. It's pretty good. How are we doing for, you know, the achievements for breaking stuff? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. These are castle achievements. I want to look at realm achievements. So, more than 40,000 treasure chests, okay. 78,000 destructible objects and 39,000 resource nodes. Slowly but surely getting there. Alright, with that, that's gonna be all. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you'll join me for the next episode. And until then, take care.